Hey, what's going on? It's Chris back here with another video. Wow, that was rough. This is our part 3. Whoa. This is our part 3 in the Get to Know the Blind series, where you guys as audience get to know us as blind/VIP, give a little bit of insight on what it's like to be blind/VIP, and some frequently asked questions that we get all the time. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to throw it to Dominic. We've got some questions that he get all the time. Go ahead, Dominic.
Hey guys, I'm Dominic, and I'm guessing it's my turn to answer some frequently asked questions. So let's get this ball rolling.
In a dark void, a light bulb explodes with the Blind Lounge logo appearing in the center and then disappearing.
So, question number 1. What exactly caused your blindness, and how much can you see? So for me, my blindness was caused by diabetic retinopathy. Essentially what diabetic retinopathy is the blood vessels that are in the back of your eyes are supposed to supply oxygen into your eyes. But in a lot of instances, they will rupture and leak blood into your eyes, causing scar tissue to form on the retinas. It's when this happens that a lot of times the doctors will try to go in, remove that scar tissue to try to save the retina. Now, typically this is a disease that is found a lot within diabetics, hence diabetic retinopathy. But with that being said, my vision is actually total. So everything is black for me. I see no colors, no shapes, no shadows, anything. Everything is completely black.
No colors anymore, I want them to turn black.
Question number 2. So if you're blind, you can't see, right? Well, it's not so cut and dry. There is a lot of variations that come with being blind. Now, in my case, I'm totally blind. So again, everything is black. I'm staring into nothing but a dark, vast wasteland, if you will. But again, there's a lot of things that fall underneath the umbrella of being blind, excuse me. So with that being said, you'll have some people who are colorblind. You have some people who can only see light or are sensitive to light. So again, it's not so cut and dry. You'll find that in the blind community, there's a lot of people who can still pretty much see enough to operate in today's society, but maybe can't drive, all the way down to the lesser fortunate, like myself, who everything is black. Question number 3. So since you're blind, that means you're like a superhero, right? Not so much. I get this question a lot, and a lot of times I think a lot of people tend to feel like when you lose your sight, that means that all of your other senses jump up to like superhero level. Now, me personally, it's gonna depend on who you ask, but me personally, what I've found is that since I've lost my sight, and I haven't been blind forever, but since I've lost my sight, I've had to rely on my other senses a lot. Now, that's not to say that now they're up to superhero levels. I can't hear 3 miles down the street, and I can't feel through walls, but essentially now that I'm having to rely on them more, I get to use them to their full capability, where a lot of times other people may not use it to their full capability, because vision seems to be one of the senses that we rely on a lot. So for example, to see that something is hot, we tend to rely on our vision a whole lot more as opposed to touching it. Or to hear that something is in the distance, we'll look to confirm that something is in the direction that we're coming from, as opposed to relying on just the sense of hearing or the sense of touch. So, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so let's get to question number 4. So how in the world are you using your cell phone? You guys, technology is crazy. You'd be surprised a lot of the stuff that they have out here for blind folks. But me personally, I do use my cell phone, and I am an Apple head, here recently turned. But there is a function underneath the iPhone that's under settings that comes pre-installed with the iPhone that's called VoiceOver. Essentially, VoiceOver is a screen reader. So anything that I touch, it'll read to me out loud exactly what it is that I'm touching, and I can navigate through the phone in that way. Although it's a little bit more tedious and it may take a little bit more getting used to and maybe an extra couple of steps, essentially it allows me the ability to be able to navigate around my phone, kind of like how you guys do. Question number 5. So, what's the best way that I can help a blind person? Now, again, like I said earlier, I think this is going to be heavily dependent on who you ask. Again, some people may need more help than others, or some people maybe don't need as much help. My personal advice is, instead of trying to jump into the situation, ask the person what it is that you can do to help them. I know a lot of times, some of us may really just want to jump in there and help the best way that we think is necessary, but a lot of times what ends up happening is that you actually might end up hurting that person more than helping them. So again, if you see somebody out there that is struggling or looks like they need help, I think it's best to approach them, ask them if they're comfortable with you helping them, and then proceed on that way. A lot of times some people may not need help, and jumping in again might actually do them some harm. So again, hopefully I helped you guys out a little bit more. So I'll be seeing you guys on the flip side. Bye.
Hey, real quick before you guys go, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, thumbs down. Comment below, do your thing down there, and let us know what you think, what I need to improve on. I appreciate all the feedback. And again, see you on the next one. No pun intended.